Okay, these are our objectives for today. Okay, we're in section 1.3 and these are our objectives. Only two. That's all we have for the day's lesson. Use linear equations to solve problems. So there's not a whole lot of examples I can give you for that because that again is word problems. Okay, it's going to give you a situation where you have to either come up with an equation or it gives it to you and then gives you a problem situation that you have to use the equation to solve. Okay, that's something we've done for a long time, ever since Algebra 1 for sure with linear equations, but solving problems with the equations even before that. Okay, and number 2, solve a formula for a variable. We actually called that something else when you were in Algebra 2. We called those literal equations. Do you remember those? So in the real basic form, area equals base times height. You recognize that formula, right? What if I don't want it solved for area? What if I want it solved for height? What would we have to do to solve for height? Divide both sides by the base. Height equals the area divided by the base. Done. If there is a formula that looks like this, do you know what that formula is for? Good. Area of a trapezoid. What if I needed B2 solved for, the base 2? What if I need that solved for? How do I solve for that? So multiply both sides by 2. Okay. If I multiply that by 2 and that by 2, that goes to 1, so that's not there, right? So I have 2a equals base 1 plus base 2 times h. Still trying to solve for b2? b sub 2, excuse me. Need to use my correct mathematical language. Very good. Divide both sides by h. 2a over h equals base of 1 plus base of 2. And then if we're solving for the second base, I'm just subtracting b sub 1. So I have 2 times the area over the height minus base sub 1 would equal base sub 2. Now, the reason a lot of people don't like literal equations at all is because we don't get to the end where it says x equals 4. You know what I'm saying? People want to be able to solve algebraic problems and get like a whole number answer, or even like x equals a half. Okay? Literal equations, we're just switching everything around to solve for the variable we want. All the same letters and numbers are still there. It's just that we have one of the different letters solved for. Okay, people struggle with this sometimes. I think that some of you that participated in what was it called? Boot camp taught the literal equations lesson. So some of you are more comfortable with it than others. Okay, I don't think that was your group last year, but the other group taught literal equations. So some people are more comfortable with literal equations than others, just for the fact that we worked on that specifically for boot camp. Okay. But being able to manipulate an equation like this is important. If you're given all the stuff and you need to find B2, you don't want to use this equation because then you have to put everything in and then solve for B2, when if you already have it solved for B2 to begin with, you just put everything in and boom, you get an answer. Okay? Just simplifies some of the things that we're doing. Do you have any questions on solving a literal equation? Anybody? Okay. You could have started by dividing by h. Absolutely, you could have, because if we divided both sides by h, that would give us a over h equals 1/2 times that, and then we'd multiply both sides by 2, which would give us 2a over h. Yeah, very good. Okay, we could have actually started by multiplying both sides by 2 over h. Take care of both things at one time. Okay, there's not just one way to do these all the time. Okay, you're undoing the order of operations. So you notice that we did multiplication first, right, or division first. We didn't do addition or subtraction because that's what we normally do first in order of operations, where we're undoing that. So we kind of got to go backwards. Okay, any questions?